traffic and weather together on the 6s. It's First News with Kevin Miller. News Radio 102.9 KARN.
641, Senator Tom Cotton is on this morning. Good morning, Senator. How you doing?
Hey, Kevin. It's good to be on with you again.
Yeah, we didn't have a chance to talk last week, so let's catch up on this. Sanctions from China against you and some other government officials, too. What does that mean exactly, sanctioning you from China?
I guess it means, Kevin, that I won't be able to surprise my wife with that long-planned second honeymoon to Wuhan anytime
I guess
soon.
not. Oh, well, I know she had her hopes up.
Yeah, so China, Kevin, didn't really target me. I'm just in the way, and I'm in the way for China and all the people on whom they want to prey, whether it's our workers whose jobs have been stolen by China or our businesses and entrepreneurs and inventors who've had all their intellectual property stolen over the years, whether it's our military and our allies in the Western Pacific who China continually threatens, or the millions and millions of Americans who have been made ill or even died by this virus or lost their job or had their lives otherwise impacted. And because I consistently stand up on behalf of Americans against the Chinese Communist Party, and for that matter, for the Chinese people who are the worst and first victims of the party, China sanctioned me, and I don't expect that'll change anytime soon.
Senator Tom Cotton, when we say that China stole our jobs, did China steal the jobs, or did U.S. companies farm those out to China?
Well, in some cases, U.S. companies did choose to move this overseas, and in cases, regrettably, but the decision of failed policies by leaders in both parties. Two big moments. Loss of those millions of jobs to China was when we passed the permanent most favored nation status for the Chinese Communist Party in 2000 in the Clinton administration. And then in 2001, we granted them admission to the World Trade Organization. They haven't held their end of the bargain up from either of those deals, but that's what really accelerated the movement of so many of our jobs overseas to China. But there's no doubt that they've also stolen so much of America's prosperity. A former director of the CIA, director of National Security Agency, Michael Hayden, called it the single biggest wealth transfer in history what China has done. Just look at some of their airplanes or electronics or other products that suspiciously look like American products.
Yeah, no doubt. Senator Tom Cotton, and I hope I can stay with the call. For some reason, you're breaking up on me again this morning, but we'll see if we can stay in here. A lot of rhetoric involving China. Good time to, I'm just asking that you said, as far as the Chinese, just wait. What does that mean, just wait?
Well, if they think what I've done so far to defend America's workers and defend our safety and to stand up for the rights of all of their own oppressed people warrant sanction, just wait until they see what we have coming in terms of bringing back critical manufacturing in the pharmaceutical industry or for semiconductors, or defending our interests in the Western Pacific, or making sure that China pays for this plague that they unleashed on the world.
Not suggesting that we shouldn't, but is this the right time to do that with a pandemic going on, with trade at the moment, with China buying up a lot of U.S. debt? Again, the timing of this debate between the U.S. and China.
Well, Kevin, it's not really the right moment. It's long overdue. For decades, we stood idly by while China continually preyed on America and our workers, and preyed on our allies throughout the Western Pacific. So it's well past time to be doing these things. And China finally got the messaging and tell from the lash down at me last week that they were beginning to feel that pressure.
Again, your call broke up. I didn't hear what you said at the end there. Could you repeat that if you would?
It's well past time that they feel that America is finally going to defend our interests. And they're beginning to feel that pressure because that's why they lashed down at me and so many others.
Gotcha. Talking to Senator Tom Cotton here on News Radio 102.9 KARN. Accusations right now, in particular from the Democrats, that the U.S. Postal Service and the cutbacks happening there are a way to undermine the upcoming election because of the pandemic. And you've talked about that.
Total fantasy, Kevin, that the Democrats are peddling. It's kind of like the new Russia collusion hoax. They're preemptively trying to explain their loss to Donald Trump. The post office has more cash on hand. And if every single American voted by mail, every single American who voted in the 2016 election voted by mail, that would still be a tiny fraction of the volume of mail that handles between Labor Day and Election Day. The post office is more than capable of handling a large increase in the number of mail ballots, and the Democrats condemning the post office and spreading this fear to Arkansans all around the country that the post office can't.
I got about half of that. Unfortunately, we're going to have to move on. We're having a difficult time with the connection there. Senator Tom Cotton, good to have you on this morning.